Well, it's gonna be a very, very entertaining Final Four. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugas, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugas. And tonight, I'm gonna preview and predict this Friday evening's Final Four, as you have the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Texas Longhorns, and you have the UConn Huskies taking on the UCLA Bruins. Before I get into this video, man, for anyone, if you want to drop a dime on the Cash App information is down in the description box. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, that information is down in the description box. If you're a subscriber to the channel, greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, like the video, and share it with your folks. Well, obviously, as an LSU fan, I'm bummed we not in it, for the second straight year. But nevertheless, man, I appreciate good, women's college basketball, man. And I think we got two good matchups in this one, man. First, looking at the first matchup, as speaking of LSU, all SEC matchup, the South Carolina Gamecocks versus the Texas Longhorns. This is gonna be the fourth time that these teams met this season. South Carolina beat them pretty convincingly in Columbia. Texas gets the revenge, beats them in Austin, and then South Carolina gets their revenge and beats them, pretty convincingly for the SEC championship game. These two teams been locked in all year, man. Texas kind of took our spot this year, that we need to take back, next season, man, as being like the top dog in the way of South Carolina when it comes to the SEC, which obviously they've dominated over the last, however many years with Dawn Staley. Coming in, still a great team, man. You got the veterans in Bree Hall and Raven Johnson. Chloe Kitts, gives them a presence on the inside. Tahina Pow, could get loose, knocking down threes at any time. And then the bench, man, the best bench in the country, man. They got two guards that could probably start in the backcourt at 90 something percent of other teams in the country, in Malaysia Fuwale and Tessa Johnson. And then Fagan, is big time as well, coming up with a lot of points for them off the bench, man. A deep team, well balanced team. A Dawn Staley South Carolina team basically. And for Texas, man, and Vic Schaefer, Madison Booker is where it starts and ends, man. I call it a female version of Kevin Durant. The length, the ball handling ability, the jump shot, even the same, obviously same university and same number as well. You can't get more Kevin Durant than that. It also got Harmon out there, Old Acre. A good team, man, that had a lot of, success of late, man. Last year they was a number one seed, fell short in the Elite Eight to North Carolina State. This year they get over the hump and they get another shot with South Carolina, man. I think the keys for South Carolina, is to rebound the basketball, man. If they come out there rebounding, basically play their game, man. You would think they'll be all right. For Texas, Madison Booker got to get off, man. She got to have one of them Caitlin Clark versus South Carolina Final Four type games 2 years ago. I think for Texas to win this thing, man. Which my prediction, man. I think South Carolina get them at the end. I just think they're too deep and too talented. Texas, what I worry about with them is if Booker got to really carry them, but South Carolina's coming with a lot of players. Then you look at the nightcap. You got the UCLA Bruins taking on the UConn Huskies. UCLA obviously coming off of knocking off my LSU Tigers. In the game where Lauren Betts got in early foul trouble, but Gabriella Jaquez and Gardner was able to keep them afloat by knocking down some critical outside shots, man. And you just got to tip your hat and give them credit, man. But of course, they led by the All American man, Lauren Betts, the best big in the country. Kiki Rice, who's been kind of quiet in the tournament, but she could get going at any time. And obviously, somebody like Gabriella Jaquez, they all could ball, man. And then you look at UConn, Gino Ariema, they're gonna call him Mr. Final Four. He's back, man. Paige Beckers, arguably you could say it's her. You could say it's Juju. You know, she's in the conversation for the best player in the country. Gonna be the number one pick in the WNBA draft this season. And also got Sarah Strong, man, who was the best freshman coming out into the country this year. And she doesn't look anything like a freshman. Looks like a seasoned vet that's just ready to ball. You got Fudd, who's a great 3-point shooter. And you know, it's another really good UConn team. Is it one of those legendary UConn teams? No, but it's very much a championship contender UConn team. Um, you know, keys to this game for UCLA, man. Lauren Betts got to dominate her matchup with Sarah Strong. You know, UConn is perimeter deep as well, so Lauren Betts got to dominate that matchup, man. You know, and for UConn, you know, how do you contain the others besides Lauren Betts? You know, that's how LSU fell. Was that everybody else pretty much got off, you know, and Lauren Betts was able to eat a little bit. As far as my prediction, man, this is a really good game. But I'm gonna go slight edge to UConn because of Paige Beckers, man. Paige Bucket Beckers is somebody who, at any given moment, I think could really take over a game. I don't think UCLA has anybody that could guard her. And you know they also got Sarah Strong, man, and other. You know she has a supporting cast around her. So I like a national championship rematch between South Carolina and UConn, a game that took place earlier this year where UConn really put it to South Carolina and Columbia. So we're gonna see if that's the matchup that holds, man. But nevertheless, should be a very fun and entertaining women's final for Friday night. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I'm gonna have LSU, NCAA, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.